Yes, it's true. The United States once had a president whose time in office lasted only 31 days, the shortest presidency in American history. His name was William Henry Harrison, and he was the 9th President of the United States. His story is not just brief but also filled with dramatic irony, cautionary tales, and a tragic end that left a lasting impact on American politics. William Henry Harrison was elected in 1840 under the Whig Party, defeating the incumbent president, Martin Van Buren. At 68 years old, Harrison was the oldest person ever elected president at that time. He was a war hero, best known for his role in the Battle of Tippecanoe, and his military achievements helped earn him popular support. Harrison's presidency began with a grand gesture. On March 4, 1841, he delivered the longest inaugural address in U.S. history. The speech was nearly 2 hours long and consisted of over 8,000 words. Despite the cold and wet weather that day in Washington, D.C., Harrison refused to wear a coat or hat, wanting to project strength and vitality. Unfortunately, that decision may have been the beginning of the end. Just a few weeks later, President Harrison fell seriously ill. Many believe that his long exposure to the cold during his inauguration caused him to develop pneumonia, though modern historians now suspect it may have been typhoid fever from contaminated water at the White House. Either way, his condition worsened rapidly, and on April 4, 1841, just 31 days after taking office, Harrison died, becoming the first U.S. president to die while in office. Harrison's sudden death created a constitutional crisis. At the time, the U.S. Constitution wasn't clear on whether the vice president should fully assume the office of the president or simply act in his place temporarily. Vice President John Tyler stepped in and declared himself the new president. Though controversial at the time, Tyler's move set an important precedent. It helped establish the tradition, and later the legal rule via the 25th Amendment, that the vice president becomes president if the sitting president dies or is unable to fulfill their duties. William Henry Harrison's brief presidency may have seemed insignificant in terms of policy, but its consequences were long-lasting. His death sparked a rethinking of presidential succession and highlighted the importance of clear constitutional procedures. It is a sobering reminder of how unpredictable history can be, and how even a single month in office can change the course of a nation. So yes, the United States once had a president who served for just 31 days, a tiny footnote in the vast timeline of American leadership, but one that echoes loudly through the annals of political history.